Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we've got another MOTU Origins figure we're going to take a look at. We've got our Tung Lasher from the Snake Man line. Creature with the venomous tongue, and it says forked tongue included to strike enemies. Pretty cool. I was always a fan of the original. He had the little lever in the back where you could flick it and his tongue would stick out. Now, I'm not sure exactly how this one's going to work. I think it's just an attachment. But we'll take a look. Yeah, it looks like it's an attachment. Let's see here on the artwork. We've got, with a paralyzing toxin secreting from his tongue, Tung Lasher is the Snake Man's most feared soldier. Pretty cool. Check it out. We got Cyclone on the back. I wonder if that's foretelling that we're actually going to get a Cyclone figure, because that would be really cool. And there we go. We got a little Rise of the Snake Man bio there. We see our cross-cell art. We got Snake Armor Skeletor, Hypno, and then our mini comic Roboto. And we can see plug tongue into mouth, which I'm not happy about that. I wish it was just the little tongue you could flick in and out, but whatever. So let's get him out of the package and see how this one stacks up to our original. We'll start up here at the top right. Set the card to the side. Alright, so we get the new mini comic Assassin's Aim, which we've seen with other figures, namely our Skeletor, Snake Armor Skeletor and mini comic Roboto. I have not picked up the Hypno yet. Eagle Talon. You can see some of the other villains there. We've got Hypno. Pretty cool little comic. Also, we get our diagram pointing out removable parts, head, arms, feet. You can pop them off at the waist, and obviously that tongue's going to come out. Always like those. All right. So, I mean, right off the bat, this looks exactly like the vintage. Without having the other one right directly in front of me, if I was in the store looking at this, I would think it was identical, but it's not. It does have the articulation that we're used to with the Origins line. And we've got a lot of bands. I'm going to have to cut a few of these. Let's see here. All right, so I've got his feet. Or do I? Yeah, right off the bat, I've already messed up the paint on this foot. Jesus. Okay. There we go. It's a great figure. Like I said, I always liked the original. The original was just a fun figure. He had the little wheel on the back that you could roll to make the tongue pop out. And I'm guessing that this is just another instance of, in order to get the articulation, like the head on the ball joint, and then the articulation on the arms, they couldn't put all the mechanisms on the inside of the torso. So that's probably why we're not getting that feature on this. It's unfortunate though. I think it might have even been cooler if they had just like did a deluxe version where you had one head without the tongue sticking out and one with. But it is a neat figure. All right, so we're gonna lower the camera down so we can get in and look at the accessories. Okay, in the package, we've got his little crossbow. What is that? Like a dragonfly? We've got his tongue. And we've got his snake staff, which is just like the vintage. Really, the only change here visually is going to be this tongue that just pops in place. Now, that is pretty cool looking. And I like that they put the detail in the coloring and stuff. All right, so that is a good figure. The colors just pop on this. It was always a fun design. The figure actually was a lot better than what the the version that we saw on the vintage cartoon series. Yeah, so then this tongue just sticks in place, which, you know, it's not the worst. Some of the other gimmicks that we've lost, uh, you know, the way they replaced them didn't work out as well. But this one's okay, I guess. All in all, that's a solid figure, and the way the feet are made stands very well. Let's see, how does he actually hold? Okay, so his dragonfly thing just kind of sits there. His snake staff. He does have these weird hands, so it's not the easiest to hold stuff. It just kind of sits there. Now the snake staff works okay, but that is just sitting there. Let's get this out of the way. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the vintage version, because I mean they look pretty close. So here we have our vintage. They did a good job of recreating all the markings. There's not that much difference in them. The blue is a little bit brighter on our Origins version. So with our vintage, we had this little lever on his back, and you could roll the lever out to make the tongue stick out, which to me is is just great. Always like that. But in order to get a modern version of it, I'm not mad at this. I understand they have to remove things in order to make it work with all the articulation. But putting these side by side, you can really tell. I mean, they really stuck close to that original design. I like it. Let's get a profile comparison. See the coloring. Like I said, this new blue is a little bit brighter than the vintage. Now the biggest difference you're going to see in the design is, of course, our vintage has that lever on the back. But other than that, they did a good job recreating. Now, I will say that the snake on his chest is a little washed out, which, if you've watched some of the other videos, you know that I've talked about how a lot of the details been washed out on the newer figures. I don't know if it's a paint app issue, or maybe they made these new modes based off of the old modes and they just lost some detail. I don't really know why. It could just be that the paint was put on thicker. As you can see the detail in the little snake face on his chest, where you can't see it here. I don't know though. It's still a good recreation. He is on that ball jointed head. I was gonna see if I could pop it off, but there's really no reason to. Don't really have anything else I want to put in place of it. Nothing else is gonna match up color wise to his cool color markings. What do you guys think? You liking this new version? I mean, I really like the vintage, and you know, you're hard pressed to find a better gimmick for this character than what we got in the vintage line. But the fact that you can just, you know, put the tongue in place there, put it on the shelf as a display piece, it works. I don't know if I would say that I'm 100% behind that as being the better option. But if you don't have a vintage, but you've always wanted one, this is next best thing. So that's going to be it, guys. Sound off in the comments. Let me know, what is your thoughts on the new MOTU Origins Tongue Lasher? Have you picked this one up yet? Do you plan to pick it up? Do you like it? Or do you actually just think that it pales in comparison to our vintage, and just wait and get the vintage for yourself? Let me know your thoughts. Give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And hey, I appreciate you sticking around. I'll see you again next time. Thanks.